The Badaun rape case, which has made waves around the world and captured attention, has now been condemned by the United Nations. The UN in India has condemned the brutal gang rape and murder of those two teenage girls on the night of the 28th of May in Katra village in Uttar Pradesh's Badaun district, and has called for immediate action against the perpetrators and to address violence against women and girls across India. Well, that's the breaking news coming in after a lot of condemnation from across the country, and this story being picked up in the world media as well, especially in the United States and the United Kingdom. The United Nations has now come out to officially condemn the grisly incident where two teenage girls on the 28th of May were first abducted, gang raped and then murdered by hanging in Katra village of Badaun district. This is the latest condemnation coming just a few hours after Badaun became the centerpiece for VVIP visits by ministers, former chief ministers, Rahul Gandhi, Mayawati, all who descended on Badaun. Let's go straight across to headlines today's Maha Siddiqui for more on this. Maha, just detail for us precisely what the United Nations has said, in what capacity, which department is this?
This is the UNDP department. It's the United Nations in India that has condemned the brutal gang rape and killing of the two teenage girls in Badaun. Now, what it says is that ending violence against women is one of the fundamental goals of United Nations, and that this matter should be urgently addressed in a country like India. Remember, even last time around when the case of Nirbhaya happened, United Nations had reacted to that as well. And this time again, the United Nations has come out and said that apart from addressing the issue on a larger scale of violence against women in India, in this particular case, justice should be given to the families and it should be done speedily.
Right, Maha Siddiqui, thank you for joining us with that update from the capital. The resident coordinator of the United Nations system in India, Lisa, has in fact issued a statement, and I quote, "But having the laws in place are only one part of the solution. Their implementation also matters, as does changing mindsets," unquote. Shiv, that really is very crucial. United Nations there stepping in, condemning the incident, and also saying that apart from a change in law which happened after the Nirbhaya case, a change in mindsets, of course, that is absolutely essential for change to actually take place.
Absolutely. The United Nations unequivocally condemning what has happened in Badaun remains to be seen, and we will be keeping a track of this here on Wake Up India and on Headlines today to see if the follow-up action actually means something. Remember that Badaun wouldn't have been such a big story if it hadn't been for the media attention being paid to it. None of those visitors, the United Nations, the politicians, nobody would have picked it up if it hadn't been for the focus being paid to it by the media. And it's an important story that means a lot to the entire country, and we will stay with it until justice is done here on Headlines today.